Woo! What's up? All right. It's a PCB show on number 9,
I think.
9.
Yeah, almost there. Lucky number 9.
So yeah, and then we have a pretty cool guest today, Maze, Bboy Maze.
What's up?
OG.
Yes.
And he's getting back into breaking.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Dabble into it.
Dabble into it. You still got to do your head spins, man. Still
Possibly. Yeah. I can still do those.
Can you, what moves can you still do? Like power moves, because you were mainly a power mover, right?
Probably windmill head spin, windmills. I don't know about head rocks or flicks. I don't know. Yeah.
What was your vocab? Your power move vocab?
I don't know. I had all sorts. Basically head spins, like ball head spins and stuff like that. And then nearly windmill flare. What else?
Such a nice combo.
Yeah. I don't know. Just mixed it up.
Yeah, right. Did you have halos?
I had a couple, but not continuous.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's different vocabulary from back then versus
True,
now, right?
there definitely was.
Oh, there would be.
I've never heard of a head rock and I've never heard of a flick.
Okay.
What are those?
Flick is from shoulder to shoulder. Like you put your hands there, doing the windmill that way, and then head rock, you're using your head and you put your arms anywhere.
They're like double barrel mills, the head rocks?
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Is it you just windmill and then
so you can do handcuffs or just dead enders, have your arms out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What about, because I don't think a lot of people who are watching this would know sort of the history, but when did you start? What's your story?
When did I start? I started in '83. Funny
83.
enough, we were at indoor cricket and this dude rocked up with a boombox and we were like, what the fuck? We're playing cricket. And he just playing, I don't know what it was, like Atomic Dog or some random track that we never heard before, and he just got down and started doing 6-step and stuff, and we were just like, oh, what is this? Because we've never seen it before.
Right.
There was nothing on TV, there was nothing, so yeah, that was our intro.
That was in '83.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Wasn't even on like
It was probably around, but we didn't see it because we weren't going clubbing, because '83 I was only 15.
Right.
So yeah.
And who was that guy? Do you know who that guy was?
His name was Daryl. He became our manager.
Shit, yeah, manager?
He did.
Manager for what?
Bboying.
Manager of Bboy.
Yeah, we had our manager, and then from there we were a crew for about, I don't know, a year, and then we got sponsored by Adidas, and we had a full-time manager, and then we were doing gigs everywhere. So it was good.
Okay.
That was back in '84, '85.
You're gonna have to tell us.
Yeah, right.
How did that happen, man?
I don't know, like we got talking to the guy, and then someone from the cricket team knew him and introduced us, and he had his own little thing where he'd go and break, so we found out where that was, and then he kind of taught us the basics. And then I think it was like nearly Christmas '83, and Wild Style came out, the video, so I grabbed that, and we didn't know what we were watching. We were just like, what the fuck is this? They're painting trains and doing this, and we were like, what? And then Buffalo Girls came out, and it sort of just went from there. It kind of exploded early '84.
Okay, so when you were first doing it and you were hanging out with your manager, learning breaking, how big was the scene then?
There was no scene.
There was no? Okay.
Not that we knew of. Maybe in clubs, because I heard that like Central City Groove and that were already around, and some other crews that were breaking. But they weren't breaking in the streets where we took it.
You took it to the streets?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we were at Cinema City first. We started breaking up there, and then we're like, let's go to Forest Chase, because back then Forest Chase, they used to have like a market there every Saturday. It was stalls and stuff, and then we just grabbed cardboard from Fox Adians or some like a Harvey Norman, and it was a fridge box, and we just put it down and started breaking. And all of a sudden kids come from everywhere, and it just grew.
Man.
Yeah.
Nice. But back then they didn't really have much else to do except, just what they saw on the streets and stuff.
I guess, yeah. But BMX and everything else like that was big. and everyone was doing sports. But this was just different because nothing ever had come across like breaking.
Yeah. It's just like the new thing.
It is. I can show you the photos. I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
here
please.
it is.
Yeah. So this is the mood board, hey?
Yeah. It's just my mate made it. BJ. He was a graph writer back in the day.
So who were you breaking with at the very beginning of the cricket ground?
Jason, this guy here, Eddie Robles, he's still around. And Showbiz, Task.
Wow, so
It's Dusty, sorry.
Check that out in Forest Chase.
Yeah, that's 84 Christmas pageant. And we won. We took it out, so I got a trophy over there.
Damn, dude. Who's this?
Lyndon Fritchley.
Check out that freeze.
Whoa, look how far back his legs are.
Yeah, that's Lyndon. He was a good b-boy. Radio Rock crew he was in. I got videos, footage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So how many?
Show the camera that.
Yeah, like get up close. How many crews were around at the time?
40, 50.
Whoa.
Each school had like 5 crews. So you can imagine how many schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was huge, man. Like dudes would just rock up from everywhere with boom boxes, and the place was packed.
Wow, dude.
Damn.
Like the majority of these people are all b-boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just all watching. And each crew would come out, and that was Perth Town Rockers at the time. Break.
Rockers.
Yeah.
Wow, this stuff is like actually unheard of. I never would have imagined it to be like this.
It was massive, seriously. And then we would go to Fremantle, and there'd be crews breaking. Like they had a centre there where they'd all break, and we'd battle them. And then you go to Midland, and there'd be crews breaking in the shopping centre there, and we'd battle them. That's what it was like. It was just crazy. And then you'd go to roller skating rinks, and dudes would be breaking, and you just have b-boy comps and battles, and it was good.
Yeah, we missed out. Nah. Wow. Whoa. Okay. So what were the crews that you started with? When you first started breaking, you were breaking.
I was my neighbour and his older brother Chris, and I'm trying to remember Godfrey and this other dude Richard DaCosta. I can't remember our first crew name. I still got my shirt though somewhere. I was called Ice Rock.
Ice Rock.
Yeah, I don't know.
How did you get that name?
I think our manager gave it to us. Something like that. But then later on, he had his own things to do. So then one of the guys, his sister, was she had managing skills. I don't know what she did, but she hooked us up with everything, like with the Adidas and all that. So we became Galactic Force.
Galactic Force.
Galactic Force.
Yeah.
Was that the name?
Galactic Force. Yeah.
So all you were doing was just training and battling, and then you had like your own managers and sponsors through that.
And then each weekend we would be traveling somewhere to do an event or a fair or do a floor show or something. It was just non-stop.
Non-stop. Wow. Sounds like there was a lot popping off back then.
Man. It was. It was good.
Okay. So what happened from then, after that? So how long were you doing that for?
Till about nearly 86, and then it just died in the ass. I don't know what happened.
So for 3 years?
Yeah, pretty much. And then 86 came and it just died. Trends changed. Everyone was getting into Bobby Brown and all that routine dancing and
wow.
It all just changed.
Yeah.
And dudes were like, "You breaking still? Oh, that's old," sort of thing. You get dissed and everything. But we kept at it, off and on.
Yeah.
But not as hard as we were.
Yeah.
Damn, this song's a classic.
So who was left then in '86? A lot of people had gone.
Yeah. JD, my neighbour Jason, he's still around now. He DJs a lot. There was a dude, Scott Washer, Task, Showbiz. Who else? There was only a handful, really. Diehards, and that was it.
Sick.
But people got into graph, and everything like that. Some got into rapping, making tracks.
Yeah, so I guess people still got involved in that.
Yeah, in some sort of way, and others went into DJing and stuff, and yeah.
Did everyone understand all the elements back in '83, like when it first blew up?
We had an understanding of it, but not full on. Like we had books and stuff like Subway Art and Wild Style, and then you got Beat Street coming out and Breaking, Electric Rock, and all the other movies, and yeah, that kind of educated us the best we could at the time. But yeah, we didn't have internet or anything like that.
Yeah, not that lucky yet.
No, but we had American Sailors that would come here like every 3 months. And that was our supply of music and what was going on out there.
What?
Yeah, dudes would have tapes of New York radio stations and LA radio stations and just everything. We'd be trading with them, and some dudes would be B-boys, fully dressed, fat laces, nameplates, and they'd be like Kangols and be like, whoa.
Sailors, like from the Navy?
Yeah, American sailors.
Whoa, okay. And they used to just come through the sea and then half of them were breaking.
Yeah,
That's
that
so
was back in
cool.
84. So yeah, they educated us a lot as well. So
Wow.
it was good.
Damn.
Dude.
That's pretty crazy for for something to grow so quickly.
Yeah.
And then to just, what it seemed to just die out from 84 to 86, that's only 2 years.
Yeah.
But like, that just seems like so much activity.
It went underground. But yeah, a lot of people, it was a trend to them. I think they just got into it and then they just moved on to the next thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, were you still rocking with Galactic Force?
No, we disbanded, I'd say, end of 85.
Okay, end of 85.
Yeah.
So then what happened after that? Because, why did it disband? Was it because...
It just,
died out
yeah,
with
things were
everything?
dying and people weren't interested as much and there wasn't that hunger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was the same with the Adidas sponsorship?
Yeah, that all ended.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. The
Okay.
demand sort of died out.
yeah.
So then you joined Concrete Elite, or what happened after that?
Concrete Elite. That would have been mid-90s, I think.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, because we just mucked around a lot during the late 80s and I got into BMX freestyle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the 90s we got into nightclubs, early 90s. And then 94 I went to California and I hooked up with Easy Rock and a whole bunch of other dudes. And yeah, and met Wicket and hung out with him, and that sort of just got me back into it. So as soon as I came back, yeah, I was just like, fuck, there's still b-boying out there.
right. So you stopped completely.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
And then ran into those, like I met Easy Rock, they were carrying
How did you
lino
meet them?
at Venice Beach.
Okay.
They were just walking along with a whole roll of lino, one dude with a boombox, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
They rolled it out, music playing, and they were all getting down, and it was like, oh my fucking God. I was just taking photos.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, met them and just got down and hung out with them for about a week. So it was killer. Yeah.
Dude, that's super sick.
Was there any highlights, obviously apart from that time in Venice, for that whole week? Were there any other highlights that was happening with them, with Wicked?
I met Air Force crew, so I was hanging out with Little Caesar and all that. They were teaching me stuff, and then I went up to San Fran, and then went to England.
Yeah.
And and then I came back and I was just like, I told everyone, had all the footage, videos, and we were just watching it and got people inspired again. So it was good.
So you brought the fire back.
Yeah.
Who did you tell Galactic for?
Would have been Dione, Lee, Jared. Who else was around then? Mega.
Okay, so you were dancing with them too?
Yeah, that would have been mid-90s. Because then I think I met Raz 97, 98, 97, 96. I don't know. I've been around then with Benny Benz. But they weren't systematic then. They were just friends. And then it became systematic.
So, because you said you completely stopped breaking when you were traveling. And you completely stopped breaking, then you started traveling and you saw breaking.
Yeah.
You were still in contact with all those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right,
Well,
right.
we still made friends.
But they were still breaking?
Oh, whenever we got drunk and we're at a party, pretty
Right.
much. Yeah, and someone would play Planet Rock or something and be like, yeah, and make a circle. Yeah.
Right, sick, okay.
Dude, that's like. Were you in California the whole time by yourself?
Yeah, and then I went back in 95, 96, and then that's when I went over to New York and hooked up with Rocksteady and watched Jam on the Groove and everything like that, and then it was good. Ken Swift took me a tour around New York, and we practiced, and yeah.
Wow, that's super tight.
Yeah.
So I guess you could say it had a resurgence.
Yeah, and then I could see that it was growing big over there, like yeah, Air Force Crew and everything else like that. They were just on the Californian side with Star Elements and who else was there? I can't even remember now. There was a bunch of crews. I went to a jam and did a performance then. That was in '95. Yeah. In Anaheim or something. But yeah, I got a poster somewhere here and t-shirts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of just lit that flame inside me again, and then we just started breaking hard when we got back.
Wow, for sure.
Yeah, back on the bridge.
Ah, the bridge.
The bridge.
Yeah, so was anyone breaking on the bridge still? Like when you were traveling?
No. When we got back, we rang each other up and was like, let's go into town. We're like, all right. And then Forest Chase, we couldn't break because of the tiles or whatever. So we just went up to the bridge and it was perfect.
So it was like a brand new start.
Yeah.
When you got back.
And then, I don't know, the word must have gone out and then people were just rocking up. So it was just like 84 all over again, but in a smaller version. And that's how like Raz and everyone else started coming in, and it grew from there.
Okay. Now, was this true? That I heard about the bridge is all different crews that were training there had different coloured shirts to rep their crew. Was that true?
Oh, they would have wore their matching tracksuits and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Because someone was telling me like, yeah, I remember when like you'd see all the different crews training with each other and all the different colours, and you knew they were all from different crews.
Yeah, you could tell.
That would have been cool.
It was, and then we had Dione. He came in from Japan, and then Benny Benz had some people come in from Germany, and then we had breakers come in from all over the place. It was funny back then. Guys coming in from England just touring on a holiday, and they'd be b-boys and they would rock up and start b-boying and
awesome. Just let it happen by itself naturally.
Yeah. And it just grew.
Damn. So the bridge was like just during the weekend, or was it just?
It's a Saturday.
It was a Saturday.
Yeah.
How many people were on that bridge? Roughly, like.
I don't know, 20 to 30 people sometimes. But then later on we moved around to Central Park until we got kicked out of there. And then I think the studio started on a Saturday morning as well.
Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dedicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super tight. What were were there battles and competitions happening back then as well?
When in the 90s?
When you got back, yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah.
There's mainly everything happening on the East Coast. Like they had, what were they doing over there? There was something going on in Sydney all the time. I'm trying to remember now. X Games or something.
Yeah.
So we went over there for a few of them.
Yeah.
And when we became Zou Rock, we went over there, but never travelled with Concrete Elite. That was just here. But Lee and Jared, they travelled. They went to England a lot, and so did Dione. So that everyone was coming back with new information or new videos or just updates of what's going on around the world.
All right. And so breaking never stopped over east?
No, I think it did die like the rest of the world, but there would have been diehards that kept it going, like Bboy All Stars and stuff like that.
Okay.
They were the king of power in the world. Like they were so advanced compared to anyone in the rest of the world.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did Concrete Elite actually start? Like formed? Decided to say, okay, let's call ourselves Concrete Elite? You were hanging out with Lee, Dione,
Yeah, because
Was that
we had a thing out in Subiaco.
PCYC?
Yeah, where we would train. And I think Jared started that in some way, and then told me about it, and Dion, and then we all just came down and it sort of became a crew.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Lee was telling me you guys were just doing events again or something, and they're like, what do we call ourselves? Concrete Elite. And you had his students was Ippy and Natty?
Yeah, Ippy and Natty, Shannon, and then a whole bunch of other. There'd been about 20 students, so that was growing as well.
Oh,
yeah, Ippy was just a little kid, man. All he would do was windmill, 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 windmill.
He's got them packed.
Yeah. But I met Natty in the mid-90s. I went on a tour with Scour Skating. There's a skating organisation here.
Wow, yeah.
And they went down south and they knew I was a b-boy and they're like, come along. So I was breaking in Denmark and I met Natty. He was a rollerblader. He was just like, breaking!
Whoa, that's so sick.
And, but yeah, he was living in Denmark, and then I only saw him that time. And then when we were at Subiaco, I was just like, fuck, I know you, man. Where are you from? And it was like, yeah, it was Natty.
Little cute kid.
Yeah, so I don't know if I planted the seed or what, but yeah.
Seems like it, man.
It was funny.
Like it. Alright. So what was going on with Concrete Elite? Like, there was Dion in there was Lee, Jared, Shannon. Was there anyone else? They were the first group that started?
And then we had Ippy, Natty, and Gavin. I'm trying to remember, don't know.
Yeah, I remember Gavin. Do you know Gavin?
No.
He used to do all the 1990s and shit.
He used to come to King Street and he did a lot of 90s. He was a really skinny guy.
Dude. He always used to wear the beanie, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he was sick, man. He had super nice head spins.
He's got really nice power.
Damn, dude.
I don't know where he is now.
I saw him last year.
Beyond.
He was living on Christmas Island actually, painting. Selling
Oh, no way.
artwork. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was really good at graph as well.
Yeah, and he dabbled in rapping and whatever else. I don't know, he was just all putting his fingers in everything.
So how did you guys come up with the name of Concrete Elite? Because this is what Lee told me. Because I spoke to Lee, right?
Yeah.
And he recommended me to speak to you because he said you were way more heavily involved within breaking. And he said you guys came up with the name because you were hanging out with riders and skaters, and you guys were always on the concrete. So
yeah, pretty much.
You were hanging out with a whole group of different elements of hip hop, and you're like, Concrete Elite. That's what he told me.
Because we'd always be b-boying on concrete.
Yeah.
But I don't know where the elite part came. Just
fucking good at it.
Yeah. But yeah, we didn't sit down and all just like chuck names into a hat or anything like that. It just evolved. Yeah. Yeah. Is that your camera?
Yeah, that's just it doing autofocus.
Oh, okay.
It just makes those sounds. Just goes zooming in and out, trying to clear the image.
Yeah, for sure. Were you around when King Street started as well?
Yes.
When was King Street starting? Because now we're in the timeline where like late 90s.
Would have been
X
around
Games is on
2000-ish, because that's when we moved to Central Park. Because it was just a better floor and it was out in the open and kind of away from everyone. Because there was issues up on the bridge, gangs and what have you, and fights and dramas, and the security was just bugging out. So we kind of moved to Central Park, and then that's when King Street came around. I think either Benny Benz started that. He had the code, or I don't know. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
You got the keys.
Yeah, something to do with systematic, I imagine.
Right. And you were going down there as well?
Yeah. We'd all go. Like we'd jam in the city first at Central Park, and then I think it was like 2:30 or somewhere around there, we'd all go to King Street, finish the day off there.
Sick. I used to do that at the post office too.
Yeah.
When I first started, we used to train at the post office right there.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we'd go to King Street and then train and then come back to the post office, chill out. Oh
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Okay, so you guys were training with Systematic as well. How many people were at King Street? It was quite a vibe, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then Gabby and his crew, I'm trying to remember now what they were called. Oh, I don't know now. With Bonnie and all these other dudes. Can't think. Maybe you guys will know. No?
Bonnie's a little Asian dude.
Yeah, and he had crazy little, I don't know, funny little freezers, and he'd wrap his legs around everything, and yeah.
Do you know Ben Lee?
Ben Lee, yeah, rings a
He
bell.
used to own CDA, Cypher Dance Academy. Started back in like 2000. Okay, I don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to see his face to remember him, but it rings a bell.
Mm. He's a shorter Asian guy too. He always used to hang out with Bonnie as well.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And then there was Gabby, and then they had a power dude. I can't remember his name now. But he had air flares, everything, hops, but that's pretty much what he did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Was it true about you, Concrete Elite and Systematic? You guys were like a rival crew?
Oh, I think we had our moments. I don't think we ever really had a battle, but I did dance with Systematic. We did a Christmas show or something. And some other stuff, but then they got Stormy as a manager, and kind of they're the ones that first went to the X Games, I think, and came back and told us about it. And this would have been late 90s, 2000. So then we started going over there, and yeah, from Concrete Elite we became Zou Rock.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
For sure. What was X Games like?
It was good. It was a weird vibe.
Yeah.
And because you didn't know anyone there, and like they'd say, "Oh, come to this spot here. We're training," and you'd go there, and everyone would have attitude, and they're all watching you, and be like, "Oh, fuck."
Trying to size you up. Hey?
Yeah. But it was good.
So was that like the big competition in Australia back then?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there like big sponsors like?
I can't remember. We got sponsored by My Zone.
Yeah,
The drink?
The drink, yeah. I don't know if it's still around, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I remember drinking My Zone when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, they just gave us bottles, and then they gave us T-shirts. They didn't really give us money or anything. It was just more of product sponsoring.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
That's dope, man. Like, hey, you got sponsorships and stuff too. There's more support.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was on everywhere, and that Run DMC video, Jason Niven or whatever his name was, and then it showed the first air flare kind of thing, and that sparked everything as well, and that was late 90s, I think, that when that came out.
Mm.
Yeah.
So late 90s. What were you guys thinking about as well? Like when you were getting sponsored and stuff? Like you're like, we're gonna actually make a career out of this, or you're just doing this for fun?
Just doing it for
like,
fun.
All this shit just happening, you know?
Yeah, just going along with the flow and enjoying the ride, and making new friends. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that's super tight. So did you ever actually come across a crew called Styletics?
That's the one, Gabby's crew.
Oh, was it?
Styletics, that's it. We battled them out in, I don't know, we battled them in some church or something.
Oh, yeah. Were you ever around for Outbreak? I heard a lot about that big jam engine.
Yeah, because that was like where we battled Styletics at the church. That was run by the church as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I think his name was Ben, tall dude.
Yeah.
And it was in joint with the church. And yeah, I can't remember. That would have started like, I guess, early 2000s as well. Would have been.
Yeah.
I think there was like, how many did it? I think there was like 5 outbreaks.
Right.
I don't know how long it went for.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, also going back to Concrete Elite, so was there a reason why you guys became Zou Rock? Like, what happened in between that transition? Do you know?
People slowed down breaking and yeah, just, and then other members were coming in, and it just felt like it was a time to change. It was no what's the word? No fighting or anything like that, or why the crew disbanded, but yeah, it just was time to change.
To evolve?
Yeah, and people were slowing down in the crew and had other places to put their energy into and focus, and then we had new members coming in, so it just felt like, yeah, it was the right thing to do.
Okay. When did Edit start in Concrete Elite as well?
Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he came down to Subiaco a few times as well. Yeah.
Okay, that's probably when.
And then, yeah.
Okay. So who out of Concrete Elite went to Zou Rock?
Myself, Ippy, Natty, Shannon, and that was it.
Eddie as well.
Yeah, Eddie and what's his name? Had a guy from Africa. Can't think of his name now.
Guy from Africa?
Yeah, yeah. What's his name? It'll come to me. It's like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know, right? We did the dusty chest.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so what happened when you got once you guys? What year was that when you formed Zou Rock?
That would have been early 2000s as well.
Okay.
Maybe 2001.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
Or even 2. I don't know.
Okay. So what happened then? Like were there any other major events that was going on?
Just
you guys repping a lot?
Outbreak, and we did some shows as well.
Sponsorships?
No, yeah, that's when we got done by My Zone. I had a rep living near me, and I just approached him saying, "Hey, look, this is us. We're B-boys, blah, blah, blah." And he said, "Make a video." So Ippy put a video together, like a presentation. Gave it to him. I don't know who he showed, but then they were like, yeah, give him t-shirts, and they gave us like cartons of My Zone. Yeah. But that was it. Yeah, it was funny. And we're trying to take him over to X Games, but they're like, "You can't take that on the plane." Like, what?
So you took it on the airport to the airport?
Yeah, we're trying to take My Zone over.
Oh shit! So what? You had to leave the drinks there?
Yeah. Or we just chucked some drinks in our bag. I don't know. It was random.
What do My Zone taste like?
It's flavored water, man.
Yeah, it's just flavored water.
So you can get like lemon. Well, you know how they just have water and they put like some flavoring essence in it, so it's still clear.
Yeah.
And it's just like
and in a blue bottle.
Strawberries, lemon flavor,
berry, yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. It's a blue bottle.
Yeah.
I remember.
Do you want to ever get sponsored, Isaac?
Yeah, man. That's the goal, actually. Like, I would. I've done a seminar about sponsorship as well. So it's something that later on in the future I'd look to. Whatever it is, it's not even has to be for breaking. You know, it's just me doing my own craft and see where I go, and then when it has time, I will get sponsorship. But before COVID, I was actually asking some recreational centers like BD Park, or the Arc and stuff. I was actually just hitting them up. I was like, "Yeah, man, you guys want to sponsorship me?" I was like telling them a little story about my breaking and stuff. Yeah. So it's actually something I will do more of later.
That's what you got to do. Put yourself out there and have a yeah, that's it.
You don't open your mouth, you don't get fed.
No.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I have no idea how Adidas came around. Our manager just sorted that out and said, "We've got to be at Adidas." It was in town, the main store. And then, we went in there for a fitting and photos, and it was crazy.
Oh, do you have any of the photos from that?
No, I got nothing. I got my tracksuit still.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what colour? Everyone was wearing bright colours back then.
Yeah, ours was yellow and black. So they're all yellow with the black stripes here, and black
Yellow and
pants
black.
with the yellow. Yeah, like that.
Those colours.
That's me there.
That's you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like that old vintage style.
Mm.
Got the no, I'm not wearing that.
Who's that?
Leon.
Okay. I thought that was you.
Nah.
So this was Galactic Force?
Who's that?
Like everyone in here? Or is it
Oh, it's just all different crews.
different crews,
Yeah,
okay.
this is just like taken over a period of time in Forest Chase.
In
Forest
84,
Place, yeah.
looks like, yep. Did you do this?
Nah.
Did you use a draw or paint at all?
Dash did that.
Okay. So you
I tried. I was never good at it.
Okay. So I know in Concrete Elite, were you guys you weren't just breaking though, right?
How do you mean?
Because weren't you guys painting as well and stuff? Because I actually got to see
Dione.
Dion's journal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was really cool. Yeah, there's two of them at my friend's house. I don't know if you know Sharon Orr.
Yeah, I know
She's a
Sharon.
big girl. Yeah. Okay. So I used to hang out with her a bit. She has his journal.
Oh, no
And
way.
it was like him graffitiing. Like he would stand by his piece.
Yeah.
And then he would actually, and it was stuck on the book, and he would write underneath about it, like the experience of doing it.
Oh, black book. I've got
That's
black
really
books
cool.
here. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. They're really cool, man.
I got Rocksteady, everyone, you name it, they're all in it.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you guys want to have a look?
Yes, please.
All right.
Maybe after.
After? All right.
After?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I still want to know.
So before we became Concrete Elite, Dione and I were perfect combination. It was just me and Dione. And
Oh,
then-
no way.
Yeah, so he came around and got me back into it after we did the American thing and everything like that. And yeah, so we just trained and then, became perfect combination. He was a killer B-boy.
I heard he had the fastest turtles in Perth.
He did.
Oh my god.
Fastest turtles.
One hops and just like buck force sort of style.
I remember seeing him at the post office. He looked pretty wasted, but
Yeah.
he rocked up. He's like, "Shit, man, this stuff's still going on," and he just jumped into turtles, man.
You did?
Yeah, and he had his long hair going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
Like a
dreadies.
helicopter.
Yeah.
Still, yeah, he was a wicked b-boy. He was super into it.
Mm.
Damn. Did you guys enter any comps just as a 2v2?
I think we did. I'm trying to remember. I don't know now. Mate, I think there was something at Mojo's or something. We did something. I don't know. It's too long ago. There was always something happening. There was events on or what have you. It was good.
Yeah, definitely seemed very active.
Seems.
Yeah.
And then, so after the X Games and stuff, traveling over east, what else was happening when you came back to Perth with Zou Rock? That was in the early 2000s.
We were doing floor shows and stuff. I don't know how they came about, but yeah, we did some for like Vic Park Council, like they have, those end of year street fairs and things on. Yeah, we'd be doing shows for that, for each. Like, I think we did one in Leederville and then we did Vic Park. I don't know where else. We did a few. So, yeah.
And what was going on like during the mid 2000s? The mid 2000s, were you still doing the same? Just doing those shows at the end of the year?
Yeah, and then we would train Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think, at not Shenton Park, near Kings Park. There was a primary school.
Right.
And it was just polished concrete. It's fucking hard. It's hard. We'd have lumps on our heads and everything with Ippy, and that's when Ippy and Natty were learning how to do flares on the air flares on the grass.
Oh shit!
So it's a long time ago.
And he was super dedicated to his
Yeah,
health.
he's got good strength. Like he could just push himself up from the ground. Yeah.
So that was like what, 2010 when you guys were training on that hard marble?
Oh no, that would have been about 2000
Oh.
or late 90s.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still.
Yeah,
So
that.
what was happening again? Like after all that, is anything else?
Nothing really.
Okay.
Benny Benz and myself, we put it on an event, Battle Cry.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I can't remember what year that was, but that was early 2000s as well. And we had crews come over from over east. That was held in Vic Park. That was a dope event. We had stalls like hip hop shops and things like that. I tried to bring in that vibe that I saw when I was in California at jams, where they had all elements representing, and you could buy t-shirts and all sorts of knickknacks to do with hip hop.
All the pop-up stores on the side.
Yeah. Like we had Catch a Wreck, and then there was a painting store and some other ones, dudes selling stuff. So that was good.
Sick. So you were heavily influencing the scene in Perth?
Well, we tried. Yeah. But then Mega was doing shows as well. Like he had his own Bboy comp thing going on. So there was always something happening throughout the year, which was good. Kept everyone training and focused on the next event.
What was the size of the scene then in the early 2000s going? Because it was huge, right? In '84.
Yeah.
It was huge, and it died off in the 90s before you came back.
Yeah, I'd say
big was
there
it
was about
in the 2000s?
six crews off the top of my head, and then there was just a lot of individual b-boys. Yeah.
So was it always like that until like say 2010, 11, 13?
See, I was out of the scene by then.
When did you leave?
I kind of left 04, I think.
04, okay.
Yeah, around there, 04, 05.
Just other commitments?
Yeah, I had my son, and then I had to focus on work and things like that, so I couldn't really train as much as I could. And it's something you got to do all the time. You just can't. Yeah,
I understand.
So it's just,
People don't get that, man. Once you stop, you lose it.
Yeah.
I even feel like
don't use it, you lose it.
Absolutely.
Interesting. I think I might have seen you there a couple of times in King Street back when I started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You two boys, you bought.
Yeah, did I? Yeah, I was trying to get back into it, but it was just too hard. I was just like, oh, it's not going to work.
Man, you were whipping out barrels and head spins.
Yeah, I hadn't lost it, but it was just rusty.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. So good.
Yeah, I was going to say the way you talk about things, and I guess the way that the previous generations talk about their scene is like drastically, like it's so different now.
Yeah.
In 2020. So are you trying to figure out where it changed? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. So started with 40 crews, then 6 crews, and now we've got like one or two now. Yeah, dude, we literally got like, how many breaking crews we got in Perth right now? 2020. 2. 3.
2.
But you have a lot
Is
of
gone.
individual b-boys, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we do. We have a couple, man.
Like a handful.
Yeah, a handful, I'd say.
No, maybe like 4. I can probably count the number of b-boys that I see at session in Perth, like on my hands.
Yeah.
And my feet as well.
But there's lots of poppers and stuff, because I remember seeing them all up on Myers up there.
Man, yeah, that used to be a much better vibe.
Oh, really?
It's not. How many poppers would you see now on a Wednesday jam?
Yeah, things are kind of different. Wednesday jam is probably like 3.
Yeah.
But they have their own studio now.
And they do crumping and all that.
Yeah, like I feel like with YMCA HQ they feel like a bit of a resurgence, I guess. But I'd say for the good half of like 2018, 2019, like things are pretty quiet. Especially when America stopped throwing events. Yeah.
Yeah, the COVID wouldn't have helped either.
Nah, it didn't help the whole world, man. With like breaking.
Yeah.
But everyone's gone virtual now. Trying to adapt.
So what would you say were the factors that helped contribute to growing? Was it just lots of events, like lots of activity, I guess you could say?
When it first started, because it was new, and it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And everyone was just jumping on it. And then later on, I'd say the 90s and that, it was back in music videos and things like that. Yep. You'd see glimpses of Rocksteady in KRS-One videos. Yep. And other stuff like that, and it kind of, you could see that it was making a comeback, a return, which it did.
Yeah.
And then there was lots of jams, and then you had Battle of the Year and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then IBE, I think it is, and then in America they had Freestyle Session and all that, and yeah, it was growing. It was big, late 90s, 2000s.
It just seemed like I guess Perth was sort of following the rest, like what it was reflecting the changes in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
We're following the trend.
Yeah, and then like it was evolving as well with the air flares and everything like that, and the way they were bringing out all these combos, and style became more personal, and it was good. It was, you could see it all happening.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So what were the styles that were going on? Did you notice a change in the styles from the 80s?
Yeah.
90s to the 2000s?
Some people kept to it and just evolved from that, which is cool, like the Ken Swift sort of styles and stuff. And then Style Elements came along, Battle of the Year, and just blew everyone away with their freestyle b-boying. And then that was sort of a, I don't know, a new thing that just grew from that, and everyone was jamming different styles. It was good.
Who are the more like unique or like original b-boys from memory?
From my memory?
Yeah.
In Perth?
Yeah. Was there anyone who was doing like some like mad vid like?
This dude here, Lyndon, he was sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, seriously, if you watch him on video, you'd be like, fuck, he's from Perth. He was
really?
Killer. Yeah, and then there was this guy called Idvitsa. No, what was his name? But yeah, this was in '84. He would do a flare, head spin, and then pop up into a 90. And no one was doing that shit. Like, we never seen that shit. I don't know. Kovac, his name was. Yeah. And then he went over east and he was on Young Talent Time. Or no, what's the show?
Australia's Got Talent?
Nah, there was this singing show with Kylie Minogue and all them on it. Johnny Young Talent Time or something like that. Johnny Young. He was on there b-boying. And we were like, fuck, that's Kovac. But yeah, he had killer style.
I heard about this guy, Buddha.
Yeah, Paul, he's still around.
Right.
He works for the church now and looks after homeless and stuff. But he was a popper. He was really good. But some of the events back then, like, I don't know if you heard of Breaking USA. Yeah, they had the video release for that, and that was at the Pagoda, and there was Central City Groove. They were the judges. Part of the prize was a Rocksteady crew autograph thing. That's funny, but we didn't win. But it was good. We got a video, and then we did the Beach Street premiere. And we won that, got Beat Street headbands and posters and videos, and it was crazy. There was all these little jams.
Damn, that would have been fun. Like every weekend there was a jam.
Yeah, there was something happening. At roller skating rinks, they had b-boy comps on, and then there would just be all these random crews like Bacardi and Coke and Atomic Rock Crew, all these random names. I had a sheet of all their names.
Oh, really?
I don't know what I did with it. Yeah. I have to dig it all out. I think it's all in that paper there.
So you're still listening to hip hop?
Ah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in your blood now.
Yeah.
Damn, look at that collection though. That's huge, man. That was like, okay, your whole... When did you start collecting?
Records, 83, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, you got a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah. My friend Jason, his sister was going out with this guy, and we would always jump in the back of his car and he would just be playing all this random music. So it kind of grew from there. Gerard 4, his name was.
What was the sound systems like as well when you guys were breaking? Did you have
Big.
one of those? Oh, it was
Big. No, they were bigger. Some dudes had like the big sharp double, they fucking take like 20 batteries. Loud as. I had one, but I sold it. But yeah, we just had boxes like that.
What was the style like too? Like, you always heard, especially when it first started, it was all about looking fresh, like looking good, like presentation, right? Was it still like, was it like that?
Yeah, we couldn't get fat laces at the time, so we used black white elastic. So we had all this elastic, yeah, and it was black.
Damn, that's super fat. Yeah.
So that's what because we couldn't buy fat laces here. So we put elastic in our shoes, and we had the track suits. I don't know if anyone here's got elastic. So that's probably me. That's me there. I think I got elastic in there.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's like.
With my Galactic Force hat on.
Yeah.
So here's another crew here, Backstreet Groove. There was just crews everywhere.
Yeah, everyone had their crews printed on their backs.
Yeah, yeah.
That was normal. Like that.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Oh man.
And that's Electric Roof Rockers.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the girls were always watching. You can see here, man.
Yeah, there was girls that were b-boy, and that's a girl there. She was in our crew, Kathy. And so
What's going on over here?
yeah,
what is going on?
I spin her. Like she would spin around on my head, and she'd just spin.
Damn.
I would stop, and she'd just keep spinning, like do like 20 rotations. It was crazy. We got it on video. Dudes don't do that anymore.
I've seen that, but yeah, guys don't do that anymore.
I guess it's random.
Routine, man.
Yeah.
Did you use that in your routines?
Yeah. People would trip on it.
Fuck. You're right. What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, getting money to buy batteries.
Ah, oh, yeah, I see that begging for batteries. Sick. Damn. So everyone there was like 15? 16,
Yeah.
17, 18.
It was all early teenagers.
Yeah, everyone looks super duper young here. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, dope. Seems like there's such a gap, like you were saying. Like, I'm like trying to figure out what happened with that disconnection, but just trends, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like,
Fashion.
I feel like it's not, I don't know, hey. I don't know, I feel like that's sort of just the way things happen, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really blame anyone for it. It's just,
No.
it's just what happens.
Man, it's coming into Olympics, so I'm actually expecting it to blow up again.
It will.
Yeah, I think so too. What do you think about it going to Olympics? It's a good thing?
Yeah, I remember watching it in '84 Olympics when they had demonstrations there in LA.
Really?
Yeah, you never seen the LA Olympics?
No.
That was huge. They would have had about 2,000 b-boys in the center there, everyone breaking, doing mad shit. I'm serious.
What year was this?
84.
84, okay.
Yeah, LA Olympics.
84 LA Olympics.
Yeah.
It's like the introduction of the Olympics?
Yes.
They had
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, in the middle of they had the running tracker on the outside, and then in the middle they just had crews breaking everywhere, doing shows, and
Wow, I
good.
want to check that out. That's probably on YouTube.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Could
I
be.
got it on video somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Damn. Sick.
So I guess it's not really a new thing, actually. Breaking. No.
But it wasn't a competing.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just a demonstration
Yeah.
to the world,
Yeah.
b-boying.
But I guess breaking has always been in that sort of upper echelon of the sporting world. X Games, Red Bull. I guess Olympics will just be the next
Yeah,
part.
that's it.
But I don't know what the situation is at 2024, right? Paris.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even updated with that.
Yeah, we had some Paris b-boys come here, a whole crew. That was in late 90s. Black Bloc Blur or something that they were called.
Black Bloc Blur.
Yeah, they were sick.
Yeah.
They were in this movie called La Haine. They were the B-boys.
Oh, no
in
way.
it. Yeah,
Really?
That was them. They came here.
That was a pretty legendary scene. Like,
Yeah, they are the ones that came here and they did a show at Metro.
They were like touring, hey?
Yeah, they
That was
did
like,
I can't remember now. They did like some sort of show.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were hella cool.
Like,
Yeah.
That's like it's like a scene in a French film, which I think a lot of the French B-boys refer back to as like a piece of like pretty legendary. Like it captures the French style pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Mm.
Okay. We had some French B-boys that used to hang out with us in the post office. They were a crew of 3.
Oh,
They used
okay.
to busk a lot in the city too.
Yeah.
They reckon they used to clean up because no one was breaking like publicly. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you remember them? There
I
was
wasn't
one guy
around
with an afro.
The huge afro, right? And
Yeah.
then
There was
2 other guys.
2 other dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It always seemed that there was always a spark. It was always the international breakers that would come down that would spark like a fire.
Yeah.
Everyone, it would kind of like keep it going again. It always seemed to be that, didn't it? Yeah.
Concrete Elite was in a music video as well
Oh,
for
really?
Downside El Questro.
Okay.
But it's not on YouTube. But we were in there. Natty, Ippy, me. Who else was in there? I think Ben, dude called Ben, and someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you left in 2004, who were the bigger movers of the scene back then?
It would have been Systematic, yeah, and it would have been Ippy and Natty.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Eddie. Yeah.
Who was the golden child out of them?
How do you mean?
Who was killing it? Like.
Ippy and Natty, yeah. Natty would have had the power. Ippy was just killing the beat. He was good. He sort of worked it all out and yeah. Because I think we got beaten by Rush when we were at the X Games because we were doing one song and a certain beat came on and he did like the bongos in the mid-set and it just went with the beat and everyone was like, oh! And we like, oh fuck.
Right.
But yeah, it kind of switched Ippy on, I guess, just to flow with the beat and make your moves fit.
Absolutely.
Where we were still stuck in that mindset of doing routines and like trying to do our moves and not pay attention enough to the beat. We would to certain steps, but yeah, not constantly though.
Was there a lot of choreograph going on then?
Yeah, double routines and stuff like that. They were quite big back
Shows?
then. Yeah.
And it was also something you guys just enjoyed doing?
Yeah. Working stuff out and just having fun.
Okay. Did you guys do like, was there much freestyle as well going on?
In what way?
In like, I'm not sure actually.
Right.
There wasn't much popping and locking, if that's what you mean, or there was no crump or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was mainly power and just floor rocking 6 steps and what have you.
I heard that breaking, like in Perth, Power Moves was the place in Perth. Like when you were to go to Australia, Power Moves, Perth was the place for Power Moves.
Oh, I don't know about that. I thought it would have been Brisbane with the Bboy All Stars.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because my coach, Andre, or my mentor, he told me that's why he came to Perth, because everyone was doing power. And then when he rocked up, no one was doing power.
Nah, it would have been over east, Queensland.
Trying to think, hey.
Music has always been big here. Like we had DJ comps and stuff like that. And dudes that were B-boys became DJs like Greg Packer. I don't know if you've heard of him. Now he's like world famous. He stems from B-boying back in the 80s. And JD, Baby J, now he plays at Brisbane and all that now. And who else is there? Can't think. But yeah, a lot of dudes from breaking got into DJing.
And there was a lot of hip hop shows. I heard that. Well, Lee was telling me that Concrete Lee used to. That's why you guys came up with the name as well, because you were doing a lot of shows on stage for MCs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would B-boy at Big Day Out and stuff like that as well, which was cool.
Damn.
Dance.
How big were those crowds?
Massive, yeah. Did Downside, 1200 Techniques. Who else did we dance? For some Brisbane crew as well. Can't think now what they're called.
They would have been big shows.
They were. Me and Benny Benz and this other dude, we were breaking, and it was a boiler room or something, and girls were just going crazy, flashing their boobs and shit. Us Benny, we'd be like, what the fuck? And we're trying to break.
I can't concentrate.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was crazy, yeah. That was all around 2000 as well, late 90s. Good times.
Man, that's super fun. So you said a lot of the guys who are DJing are still around now, are they?
Yeah. A lot of the dudes that stemmed from that era, that touched them, that the hip hop bug, and they're still, in some way, still representing.
Sick, man. We should reach out to them. Collaborate and do a jam or something.
Yeah.
Get them at YMCA.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my friend Darren, he DJs at the Breakwater. Yeah, he's a b-boy as well.
Okay.
From back then, he still b-boys now. Yeah. But he does things for kids, like he dresses up as Iron Man and starts popping and stuff.
Yeah. He hangs out with Lee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're doing the.
He's a
they
DJ.
dress up in
Superheroes.
yeah, all those superhero costumes.
Yeah, and he'd be coming out popping, and kids would be like, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was helping them actually put their suits on.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they hang out with, they're friends with Andre, and they would go to the studio to like put their suits on.
Yeah.
And then go to the, They have a massive Transformer one too. And yeah.
I don't know where they get their suits from though.
He said he gets them made in
Philippines,
right?
Yeah.
And they're really expensive suits. They gotta get them custom made. Yeah, pretty cool, man. Cool little biz going on too.
Well, there you go.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Interesting. So is there anyone who you think would also have like some pretty cool stories as well that you'd like to see?
Definitely talk to High Five. Yeah, he's travelled the world a lot, and yeah, he's been around since the late 80s, mid 80s. Who else? Mega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Mega helped us out with the sound system.
Yeah.
He did.
For the jam last year, SOS jam.
Oh, okay.
Jaffrey threw a jam last year.
Yeah, through an event.
And the skateboard park in Vic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Mega's a sick dude. Actually, he came down too to YMCA.
Oh, did he?
When I was hosting it. Last year.
And
okay, yeah.
we used to have a pub, the Hyde Park Hotel, and every Monday night was a hip hop night. And so you'd get MCs, DJs, and b-boys. We would all break there as well. That was through mid to late 90s. So it was good. There was all those elements there as well. That's how we met Draft and Downside and all them. They were just all kids.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we would go down there. Lee, Jared, myself, Dione, Mega, and some bunch of other dudes, and we'd just roll out the lino and have a little jam where the DJs go on and drink some beers and talk about old times and play videos. It was good.
Sick, man.
All raw elements.
Are you still getting into your other elements at all?
I just enjoy my music. Yeah, I muck around now.
Just the non-physical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Sick. Well, that's all the questions I've got too. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate
It's
it.
all good.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I would
love to check
yeah.
out
All right.
all those
the artifacts.